Rise of Water Festivals by Francis Tilla, Masters of ASEAN Studies, in completion of the requirements for ASEAN 204. Today, we will be presenting the different festivals in Southeast Asian nations in relevance to its culture. We know that agriculture is the fundamental source of food in all places. Agriculture doesn't only bring livelihood to people, but this is already part of a country's culture. We see a variety of festivals to honor agriculture, and one of it is water festivals. From this, we can see how significant it is to understand the different ways of countries in celebrating festivals in agriculture. In this presentation, our objectives are: first, to compare and differentiate agriculture festivals of the four Southeast Asian nations in relevance with their culture, appreciate the festivals of Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, and Myanmar as parts of their culture. Third, explain how the current issues affect the agricultural festivals of Southeast Asia. And lastly, analyze how Southeast Asia's organization helped these countries address issues concerning their cultures on water festivals. So what is agriculture? According to National Geographic, agriculture is the art and science of cultivating the soil, growing crops, and raising livestock. The way agriculture is being done to different countries may vary on the needs of the people. If we will go back to the history of agriculture, we know that the development of agriculture affects the rise of civilizations. Before agriculture was developed, people are busy looking for food in different ways, such as hunting and gathering plants. Later, people learn how to do farming. Nowadays, people are dependent of agriculture. We can survive simply because of agriculture. But if water supply is not enough, agriculture will still be a big failure. Agriculture in Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia is one of the regions that mostly dependent on agriculture to provide the needs of the people. According to Southeast Asian nations, ASEAN is one of the most productive agricultural baskets in the world. However, even if we are the leading producers, ASEAN countries are not yet producing in its full potentials. ASEAN is looking forward to ease trade movement for easier transfer of perishable goods in any distance. For instance, Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, and Cambodia of the Great Mekong sub-region have adequate water supply and lowland areas for tropical agriculture, but have placed major emphasis on internal transportation routes for the movement of agriculture and supply. Meanwhile, Brunei, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, BIMP has a roll-on, roll-off vessel services. Aside from that, Southeast Asia countries also recognizes the importance of addressing issues on water as part of making agriculture as a successful source of livelihood in their own nation. Thinyan Festival from Laos. Every 13th to 15th of the year, Bunpimay Festival is being celebrated in Laos. It is about worshipping Buddha and splashing water on the streets. It is celebrated in different days. The first day is called the Bunpimay is Maha Songkran. That means the day of the old year. On this day, people decorate their houses, assemble in pagodas and temples for the monks' lectures and to pray. Scented water is being brought to clean the Buddha statues. On the second day, the people are relaxing because it is usually no work. They can go to the street and enjoy the festival vibes to join some activities. The last day is called the Wan Tai Long Sak, which is an official mark of the beginning of the new year. This is the time where people splash water on other people, house, furniture, and animals for best of luck. And they also release animals like fish, turtles, and crab for peace in the upcoming year. Songkran Festival from Thailand. Songkran Festival is known as the biggest annual festival in Thailand. It is a 3-day celebration from April 13 to 15. Songkran starts on April 13, which is known as Songkran Day, where people are busy cleaning their houses to get rid of the previous bad luck. Aside from that, Song Namphra is being done that involves pouring of scented water onto a temple's sacred Buddha's image. On the second day, there is one now, where people prepare food and offerings to be given to the monks. Also, a ceremony called Rotnam Dangdua or Rotnam Damhwa, where young people wash the feet of elders to pay respect to them. And they also have Chedai Sai, which they made personal pagoda to make spiritual offering. On the last day, which is Wan Payawan, people start visiting their local temple to present food and clothing to the monk. The Songkran Festival, as the arrival of the new harvest season like other countries, but Thailand is the most well-known. Chong Nam Thai Festival, Cambodia. On the same day of Songkran Festival, Cambodia is also celebrating Chong Cham Mai on April 13 to 15. It is being celebrated to be thankful for the rice crop harvest. People splash water to each other as hope for another bountiful harvest. The first day of the celebration is to receive the greater calendar, who is Mohang Sangkran. They also, on the selected hour of this day, people take a bath and put their best clothes. They also go to pagoda with incense, lamps, flowers, and fruits. It is also the time where they do great calendars receiving ceremony. On the second day, people boiled rice. Every family cooks rice and offer it to the Buddhist monks. While in the afternoon, people heap on a sandy mountain to search for happiness and luck. They create small mountains looking to 8 directions, and in the middle one represents the universe. On the last day is to wash the Buddha statue and the Buddhist monks. They use scented water to wash the statue to pay tribute and gratitude to the Buddha. It is the way to get rid of the old year's misfortunes and wish all the best for the new year. After that, they return to their houses to wash statues of Buddha, offer dishes, confectionaries, and fruits. This is being done to ask for the happiness of their parents and grandparents, as for the forgiveness for the mistakes they have done in the old year. Thinyan Festival from Myanmar. The Thinyan Festival marks the beginning of the new year. It was organized from the Buddhist version of the Hindu myth. It is an event that symbolizes the changing hands of the Brahma's head. This is being celebrated on April 13 to 16 of every year. On the first day of the Thinyan Festival, people are in the temples to observe Buddhist relief, offers to monks, wash the Buddha's image, and pray. While in the evening, they sing and dance across the country. The second day is the time where people pour out the street with water. This is the day where people consider Tag Yamin, the king of Nat, makes a descent from heaven to earth. Water is considered the element that can correct mistakes, get rid of bad luck, and bring health and happiness. During the break on this day, people can eat the different Burmese dishes. On the third day, Tagyamin is considered to return home. But some people stay on the streets to continue splashing water until late afternoon. If someone says Tagyamin has returned for his wife, you have to run as fast as you can. The fourth day is where the people do good things. They bath elderly people, wash their hair, and cut their nails as sign of respect and gratitude. They also offer food to monks and bath statues of Buddha. They also buy live fishes where they release it on rivers and lakes. Water festivals do not bring luck to the new year of the harvest for the people of Southeast Asia, but is the way for the people to also introduce their culture around the world. The water festivals bring more tourists in their country to witness the tradition they have in celebrating these different festivals. Water festivals are not only important for harvesting crops as part of the agriculture, but these are also the way to honor their culture on worshiping their god, Buddha, that bring luck for their fruitful harvest. As relevant to their different jubilant water celebrations, Southeast Asia is facing water security issue, in which Himalayan glaciers that serve as the sources for many major Asian rivers, which includes the Mekong that passes through some Southeast Asian countries like Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, and Cambodia, is melting faster due to global warming. This causes dammed water, which gives upriver huge power over the water supply for downriver nations. The climate change also that result to drought and environmental degradations has affected agriculture. The domino effects are felt from the food security limitation of water consumption and affecting livelihood of the most vulnerable society section of the society. This also results to a lot of economic losses and joint work of ASEAN and ESCAP as part of the efforts in strengthening ASEAN community that is resilient to drought. It is a priority included in the ASEAN Vision on Disaster Management 2025 in line with the ASEAN Vision 2025 and United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Sharing of experiences in low capacity and high risk countries in Southeast Asia from Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos, including Vietnam, are essential for this plan. In addition, these water festivals were called off to be celebrated for 2 consecutive years due to the pandemic brought by COVID-19. To restrain the spread of the virus, the government of the Southeast Asian countries decided not to continue the celebration for the safety and protection of the people. At the end, water in Southeast Asian nation is embedded in culture and social consciousness of ASEAN nation. This is not only bringing people together to celebrate this, but the tradition and culture brought by religion to celebrate another year of good harvest by splashing water to get rid of bad luck. The water festival is already part of Southeast Asian nation culture. It is a reminder of the importance of water in agriculture and at the same time a celebration that water will make people a fortune. Thank you.